Ever feel like things are going great with a guy until suddenly he just starts pulling away? No warning, no explanation, just distance. Well, it might be something you're doing without even realizing it. Here are 5 behaviors that push men away. 1. You don't show enough appreciation. Let's be honest, most women aren't walking around thinking, "Let me intentionally ignore my man's efforts today." That's not what this is about. But the truth is, over time, we start to get used to the little things. He remembers your favorite snack. He brings you coffee without asking. He fixes something around the house. And slowly, those things become expected instead of appreciated. And here's what happens when that builds up. He starts to feel invisible, like his efforts don't matter. And while he might not say it right away, that feeling doesn't go away. It grows, quietly. Like a plant you forgot to water. One day he was thriving, and the next, he's emotionally checked out, and you're wondering what changed. The thing is, most men won't beg for appreciation. They'll just slowly stop doing the things that used to make you smile, not out of spite, but because everyone needs feedback. Even if it's just a, "Hey, thanks for doing that," or "I noticed that and I really appreciate it." It doesn't need to be a big performance. It can be a little squeeze on the arm, a genuine "thank you," or even a playful wink that says, "I see you." Because when people feel seen, they stay. When they feel like their effort is landing somewhere, they give more. This isn't just about what he does for you. It's about the atmosphere in the relationship. When appreciation is missing, the whole energy shifts. Things start to feel cold, transactional, like you're both just ticking boxes instead of connecting. And that's when he starts pulling back, not because he stopped loving you, but because he doesn't feel loved by you. So if he's been distant lately, ask yourself, when's the last time you made him feel appreciated without him having to ask for it? That little shift could change everything. 2. You complain all the time. This one sneaks in. It's not like you're trying to be negative. It's just that life is stressful and he's your safe space. So you talk, you vent, you unpack your day. And suddenly, without realizing it, your conversations become one big highlight reel of everything that went wrong. It starts with traffic, then your annoying coworker, then how long the coffee line was, then how you didn't sleep, then the friend who never texts back, and before you know it, you're spiraling out loud, and he's sitting there silently wondering if anything ever goes right in your world. Everyone needs to vent. But when venting becomes the entire relationship language, it wears people down, especially men who often aren't wired to sit in emotional heaviness the way women are. They want to help, they want to fix, and when they can't, they disconnect. Not because they don't care, but because they don't know how to stay in that space without feeling useless. When your vibe is always, "everything sucks," he doesn't feel like a partner. He feels like a complaint box. And eventually, he'll stop wanting to pick up the phone because he knows it's going to be another draining download. This doesn't mean you have to pretend to be happy 24/7. It means learning how to balance your energy. Share your struggles, but also share your wins. 3. You come off as too needy. Needy is a word no one wants to be associated with, and yet most of us have moments when we're totally, deeply, emotionally needy. And here's the part that stings. You don't have to say, "I need you" out loud to come off that way. Sometimes it's constant texting, the "where are you" messages, the checking his story to see if he watched yours, the anxiety when he doesn't text back for an hour. It's not that you're doing anything wrong, it's that the vibe becomes heavy, like he's on the clock instead of in a relationship. And even if he likes you, hell, even if he loves you, he starts to feel like there's no breathing room. Like one step back means a meltdown. And that kind of emotional tension makes people tiptoe. No one wants to feel like they're walking on eggshells in a relationship. What makes this so tricky is that it often comes from a good place. You care. You're trying to connect. But when the connection starts to look like control or constant reassurance, that's when it gets suffocating. Men need space, not because they don't want you, but because it's how they recalibrate. It's how they stay grounded. And when they feel like they can't have that space without punishment or guilt, they slowly start pulling away. It starts with shorter replies, then less enthusiasm, then "I've just been busy," and we all know what comes next. So here's the move. Let the silence breathe. Don't fill every gap. Trust the connection you've built. If he's into you, he'll show up. If he's not, your anxiety won't change that. It'll just make you question your worth, and you're worth more than that. 4. You criticize, defend, or go cold when things get tough. You know those fights that start over something small and end with both people wondering what they're even mad about anymore. That's usually not about the thing, it's about the way we argue. And this one's a big deal. When things get tense, how do you show up? Do you get defensive? Do you hit back with criticism? Do you go quiet and shut down? These are all natural reactions, but when they become the pattern, they poison the connection. Let's say he forgets something important. You could say, "That really hurt, I needed you." But instead, it comes out as "You always forget. I can't count on you." Now he's not hearing that you're hurt, he's hearing that he failed. So he gets defensive, then you get colder, then you both go silent. And suddenly the issue isn't the forgotten thing. It's the disrespect, the distance, the spiral. What keeps people close is how they navigate conflict. Criticism pushes people into shame. Defensiveness blocks connection. Contempt, like sarcasm and eye rolls, kills respect. And stonewalling, that's emotional abandonment. All of these push someone away faster than cheating ever could. So if you want to keep a man close, don't just love him when things are good. Love him when things are hard. Talk instead of accuse. Express instead of explode. And when it's too heated to be kind, say, "I need a break, but I want to talk later." That one sentence can save a relationship. 5. You're hot and cold without realizing it. One day I'd be all in, sending good morning texts, cracking inside jokes, being sweet and playful. And then the next, I'd pull back, go quiet. Not because I didn't care, but because maybe I felt unsure, or overwhelmed, or I was testing the waters without even realizing it, trying to see if he'd chase me, miss me, notice the shift. In my head, it felt harmless, subtle, but from the outside, it was loud, jarring even. That sudden switch from warmth to distance was confusing. And confusion isn't romantic, it's destabilizing. It doesn't make someone feel closer, it makes them feel uncertain. And uncertainty over time starts to feel unsafe. When someone never quite knows which version of you they're getting, it creates emotional whiplash. One week you're all in and present, and the next you're a ghost with a pulse. That kind of inconsistency doesn't inspire intimacy, it makes people tiptoe. So those are the 5 quiet behaviors that push men away without you even realizing. Not showing appreciation, chronic complaining, needy energy, defensive conflict, hot and cold vibes. None of this makes you a bad person. It makes you human. But the moment you see it, that's the moment you can change it. If any of this hit home, drop a comment and let me know which one stood out. Like this video if you've ever caught yourself in one of these patterns. And don't forget to subscribe if you're ready to stop guessing and start connecting deeply, honestly, and with way more self-awareness than last year. You've got this. See you in the next one.